that. That was rather weird. Yeah, so there was a lot of stuff that went on with the computer, and I don't know. I got lost, ran into some Lord of the Ring LARPers that told me to cut down a tree to reach Atlantis, found a leprechaun in a tree, said if I waved a stick and shed, I could go to Narnia, then to Atlantis. Neato! Did it work? And somehow you're still here. So yeah. Kaspersky had some recent bullshit happen, and that was the antivirus that this computer has. Yeah, it worked, but now I have to pay taxes. They had some sort of licensing thing update, and they became something else now, and there was a lot of stuff that was like trying to install on my computer and correct itself. I don't know, but it was saying that like Internet Explorer or whatever the hell it is, Edge was trying to open stuff, and it was doing all sorts of fucky shit. But now it seems like it's fine. There's new stuff that looks like it was installed on my computer in this time, or during the start of the stream, and I don't know what's going on, but I don't know what the Kaspersky thing is. Actually, it's from Yoshi's Story. Yes, you are right, Douglas. But like I know it's a recent thing. I saw it on Reddit, but I don't really fully understand what it is. But yeah, it completely fucked my computer, because like this wasn't even a we're dropping frames kinda killed stream whatever that we normally get. It was just like a yeah, you know what, and stream's done. Which is more sketch-based, Russian antivirus software or Microsoft Edge? I'm leaning to Microsoft Edge. So edgy. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know what to do. What browser or anything to choose anymore. I think I'm just going to go back to Firefox. I think I just want to go back to Firefox Mozilla, because I might want to get a second opinion scanner. Malwarebytes and Hitman Pro are great. Gotcha. I'll look into that. I don't even like using Google Chrome anymore, because Google has become so laden with AI and advertisements and shit like that I'm just kind of like, I don't think I want to use Chrome anymore. I think I'm just gonna go back to Mozilla. What browser do you guys use? But let's get back into gameplay while we discuss boring things like browsers, shall we? Kaspersky used to be good, but I have no idea how good it is now. Edge is made from Chrome. And I went ahead and deleted the VOD for, since we only played like 30 seconds, and literally went from one planet to the other, or one area to the other. There was really no point in me keeping that VOD, which is fine, because I mean, hell, there was nothing exciting going on anyways, so why not? But yeah, this is officially episode 2. A's brave, space uses Firefox. I used Firefox a lot in college, and I think I might actually just go back to it. Mozilla, there was no reason for me to actually switch to Chrome, honestly, but I just started doing it because it was useful as far as like just having Gmail right there, and I use it at work, and like it was just readily available. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to Firefox. Whee! Give me your juices. Give me your juices. There we go. Now it's time to fuck up an Emmy. YouTube does not like Firefox, really. I'm only using Firefox because it's default browser on Ubuntu Linux. Really. I'm a LibreWolf man myself. LibreWolf. These are browsers that I've never heard of. Like, the most obscure browser that I've ever heard of, well, I guess it's not really obscure, but, just Opera. It's just not commonly used, I think. Shit. Melt his face. Melt his face. There we go. Got him.
Don't fuck with me! I have the power of God and anime on my side! Wait,
Yeah. It's not obscure, it's just, not commonly used. Obscure, I think, is, misnomer on my part. Don't fuck with me! Ooh, morph ball, boy! I can roll into a little ball now? She. And also, I can push ZL and instantly turn into the morph ball when I'm in the air. Neato. You-do-do-do-do, you-do-do-do-do. Feel like there's something up here? Whoop. Nope. Is Opera made from Chromium to space? The only time I used it was when it was on the Wii, and I could use it without my parents knowing how to search my browser history. I have Opera. It's really good, particularly the organization I like most. Hey, Keyshawn. Chick pick. How you doing? Neato. Boop, 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 boop. What's out here? Of course, just because I have the morph ball does not mean I have the morph ball bomb yet, which is beyond frustrating that Metroid games do this to you. If you have pie chart with market shares of all browsers, please DM that to me. Do. Oh, I can go down here now. Oh, I probably won't be able to go down here Because my suit is not strong enough to withstand heat. What is that? What's that? Ooh, missile plus tank acquired. Missile capacity increased by 10. Damn! And we got us a warp. Warp zone! Let's see. Why not? Let's take a look. Here I go again, warping myself. Pardon. These load screens are pretty fucking bad. What? Oh, I can jump. Sweet. I forgot that I can wall jump. Grab that. Are you doing photos tonight? You want to show off little boy? We got a little boy in his jammies. He's 3 months old today.
Yes.
Mini chill.
Today he is 3 months old, and he's wearing his pajamas for his photo shoot. With little storm clouds, because he's Kaladin Stormblessed.
Did you guys see the little smile?
Hi, Cal.
Are you looking at yourself on the monitor? Oh, he's looking at Mama. Hold on, got a Lion King. What do you have to say, Cal? When you hold his head in front of yours, it just looks like you shake. He is very much a mini-me. Ryder is very right. He looks exactly like my clone. I was using those emojis to mean I was saying baby really aggressively. Ah, aggressive baby. Although Cal doesn't really have an aggressive mode in his body right now. Interesting that this game decided to make the energy tanks have 2 flavors, kind of like Zelda, where you collect 4 parts of one to get a whole thing, and then you have the ones where it's just like, okay, you get a whole thing. Looks like you're just mad at the baby existence. I could see where you thought that, why you thought that, but thank you for clarifying, Keyshawn. Open up. Thank you. I must need to get that from below. Ah. Let's turn down the heat a little bit, boys. It was a cool little rock golem, dude. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is this part. Oh. Or not. I live, bitches. What do I get? What do I get? Upgrade to my suit? To be fair, I hate everything, including myself. I get that sentiment. But you gotta learn self-love, my guy. I know it's easier said than done, but therapy certainly helped me with that. I got the Varia suit! Now see, the Varia suit is not nearly as cool as the initial suit, but I do like it. Again, I think the white bits really just make it pop. Samus has evolved into White Pants Samus. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. No, I can't go in lava just yet. No, I can't. I can withstand high temperatures, but I can't go in lava just yet. Redder is doing the 3-month photo shoot with Cal tonight. Part of it. Hard to believe that we've been taking care of this creature for 3 months at this point. Oh, I don't... Oh, well. I guess I don't have an option. Alright, we're going back. Ooh, that sounds awesome. The photo shoot, the White Pants Samus, or the, taking care of a creature for 3 months. Specify, Keyshawn. It's only felt like 2 months, to be honest. I think because we came back to these streams so, like, relatively quickly. I think that's probably why. And also, like, I feel like our schedule change has made streams feel longer, or at least like we're getting more done in per stream. I don't know. It's at least felt that way to me. Yeah, it felt shorter for me too. I guess we could have taken a longer hiatus, honestly, but we were getting pretty bored of just watching Babby. We wanted other things to do too. get back to our other hobbies. I'm just sort of fly sometimes. Honestly, like, there are quotes that we were pulling up last night that were from 2018. We've been doing this channel for something like 6 years now. 6, 7 years. Still not monetized, yeah. I'm just gonna smash her to death. That's what she said. Ratter Tatter 2021. Now, is that a Skyrim quote, or is that a Breath of the Wild quote? Got it. No way Skyrim was 2021. For real? I'm not sure. It might be. Fuck time, make it stop, right? You remember how before the pandemic, the meme of the channel was just telling Ratter to play Skyrim? And then she played through it and had something like 75 episodes or so. And now she's on to Persona 5 and has been pretty far into that too. Like, remember? I made that meme. Yeah, exactly. Then you know better than anyone. Ooh, I think we're getting close to the Kraid fight. This fight is so cool. Ratter, play Skyrim. Ratter, play Skyrim again. Skyrimier. Ah! Ratter, play Elder Scrolls 6. Anybody play Elder Scrolls 6. Play it again! With the baby! By the time Cal is actually able to play video games, Elder Scrolls 6 will come out. That's exactly how long it's gonna take. Give me a second, I gotta let dog in. Chill, Cal will be in college before Elder Scrolls 6 comes out. It's still just a splash screen, right? At least we got footage of Metroid Prime 4. We still haven't seen shit about Skyrim, or Skyrim 2, Elder Scrolls 6. I love this intro. This is so fucking badass. She's just like, yeah, and what, bitch? And what? So much swagger. Alright. I'll have to see what you're saying in a second. I got a Kraid to kill. Ah, shit. Dude, that's what's gonna happen. They're gonna announce Skyrim 2 as a side project they've been working on instead of Elder Scrolls 6. I only joined maybe a year ago while we were on like episode 2 or 3 of that one detective game with a silver-haired pro-tech. What was that called? Raincoat. Yeah. Wow, that was your jumping on point for us? What a strange one. We're happy to have you, but man, what an episode to discover us on. Oh, I thought he was earlier than that, but it was close to call time I joined. Shit. This guy's a little tough. But also, I'm playing on hard mode, so that might have something to do with it. More health. And he's gone. Shit. Now I'm stuck with like less health than before. Goody. Ah, shit. This is gonna be a hard one. I accidentally clicked on that stream when I wanted to watch another YouTuber, but I said, fuck it, YouTube's pushing small creators, I'll watch this and see if I like it. Well, I like how Streamlabs comes up with enjoying the stream after. We're glad to have you, Keyshawn. I'm glad that little happenstance happened. It's been very nice having you in all of our streams. It's been nice having all of you guys in our streams. Not the biggest YouTubers, and maybe not the most entertaining, but I like our little community. I think that we do just fine. Having all of y'all be a part of it is really nice. Open up your mouth, bitch. Ooh, next phase. Thank God the pants are white. The pants are metal and white. Otherwise they'd be brown right now. Ew. Ew. Oh, did I make your tummy cyst upset? Ow. Ah, shit. Samus is such a badass in this game. Also, ew, what is that? Yeah, that's my thoughts too. I don't suppose I get a midpoint on that, do I? Shit. At least I'm pretty much full health now, so now I don't have to grind. We'll get this. Woo! Wow, got the second phase really quick. Yeah, cover up your stomach, sis. And up we go! Wide. Is it? God, what a fucking badass. And that's it. Very appropriate. What did we unlock? The diffusion beam! She was having so much trouble with this boss. Could never be me. I'm the best video gamer gaming has ever seen. Well, I just beat it, so I must be pretty good too. So badass. This is what Samus should be like. Holy shit. Right? Love it. Oh, that's a warp point. Okay. This gameplay looks awesome. It's a lot of fun. If you have a Switch, this is definitely one of the games that you should own. I have hiccups, but nothing that is unusual. Oh. It's smooth right now? Oh, shit. Is the stream lagging? You all let me know if the issues get worse. Here we go! No offense, Joe. No, I totally get it. That's what we get for doing Wi-Fi versus Ethernet. Offense, chill.
Bye, have a great time.
Wait. Do I have an upset sound?
I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We're actually making progress. Oh my god. This is great. Love it. Can't get that just yet. Oh, time to talk to our buddy.
Uploading data.
This area, Gyrin, appears to be a biological research laboratory. You have already reactivated one generator in this area. There is another sector above you still suffering from the blackout. Find the next generator and reactivate it. You are slowly recovering.
I like this voice too, Leo.
I have still not established what happened to you physically. Don't let your guard down. Your primary objective is to survive. Proceed with the utmost care.
It made me say lol twice. That's how bad my lag is. I just thought you found it really, really funny. Oh, this is where we are. What does this give me? I think this refills my health. Oh shit. That's not good. Nope. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna take a quick potty break. I will be right back. You haven't even tried being a bark. You asked the question, but you haven't even tried it, Keisha. Oh shit. Okay. We're good. Ah, damn. Look at what keys are next to R and D on the keyboard. I know. That's fine. What are y'all's word per minute? Whenever you type. And when I say word per minute, I mean word per minute, but with 100% accuracy. Ah, damn it. Need that stupid orb. Or I need the bomb. Can't do anything with that. You can type for a whole minute with 100% accuracy? Yeah, actually I can. Actually, what's that website? Race Typer? Type Racer? Hold on. I can actually show you right now. Type Racer, that's it. Actually, no, that's, well... Does this actually do the oh, wait, I think I saw it. Typing test. There it is. No. I just want to do a type test. Let's see. Time test. 1 minute typing. Okay. Alright, I'm going to share my screen. Oop, there we go. And I'm going to go away for a second because I got to concentrate on typing. Hold on. Nah, I can usually do better than that. Give me one more shot. Alright, yeah, that's closer to what I normally do. 74. I'm usually like 74 to 80. But yeah. Wait, no, don't delete. That. 74 to 80 with near 100% accuracy. Whoop! Yeah, I mean, whenever I'm doing, like, the typing test, what I mean by 100% accuracy is if I make a mistake, I don't just go on. But, even considering, I feel like 97, 98% is pretty good. I don't know. But, I know people that can get, like, 100 words plus with 100% accuracy, and it's fucking crazy. That's not what that means. I think 50 words per minute on English keyboard. What other keyboard would you use, Leo? Like, I know that there are other layouts, but what other ones do you use? Actual typing test, you're not supposed to correct your mistakes. Yeah, I would have an issue with that. My perfectionist in me doesn't want spelling mistakes or anything like that, and it irks me whenever I see that red. If it didn't have like the red thing saying that you made a mistake, I feel like I would just go on, but it's that whole entire red. I've gotten 100 to 100 before, but it took like 20 fucking tries. I have both Cyrillic and Chinese keyboard IRL. Really? That's cool. As in 100 words per minute at 100%. I'd believe that. I feel like anybody that actually works with computers in a significant capacity would probably average 80 plus. But I think it's something I can just do on command. No, absolutely not. I also feel like typing tests are kind of something that you do need to warm up to, which is very funny to consider. But also, I'm happy that I know how to type, because I see Zoomers that just do what I call henpecking, and it's like, it's crazy to me that for a generation that is basically raised on computers and screens, they were never taught how to type, I guess? That's crazy. Usually 90 words per minute, around 95 is where I max out. That's really fucking good, though. That's really fucking good. I hate seeing my ands spelled as ands. I will correct my mistakes every time if that was the case, and yeah, I find typing fun. Yeah, because they do everything on their phone. And also, the phone auto-corrects, so, like, not even that is 100% accurate. But yeah, they do everything on phones and iPads and like shit like that. Like, I get that, but they're so internet forward that I feel like they would just kind of pick up keyboarding after a while. Yeah, fuck, I hate texting. I don't know how kids do it. Let me let you in on a little secret. Zoomers are fucking tech illiterate. You'd be amazed at how many of the younger generation have no idea how to use a computer. I do believe it, because I've heard stories about how, like, they don't even know how to do basics like open a Word document or how to make a PowerPoint or like things like that. And that baffles me. In a world that's so computer forward now, having a generation that just doesn't know how to do the basics of like a Word document and like all that, that's insanity. I feel like they drove that home so hard with our generation's face. What the hell happened? And in this instance, there's no blaming something like the pandemic. It just is what it is now, I guess. To be honest, it makes sense. I mean, look at how much of their computer time is spent watching videos or playing games. Yeah? I have got into so many arguments in the last 6 months because people sign into like 10 different online accounts using a phone. It takes 5 seconds on laptop. Right? It's so much easier too. To be fair, I had to take a course to refresh MS Word, PowerPoint, and Excel because I had not used those in like 10 years. I can do Word, PowerPoint, no problem. Excel, I still struggle with, but I know the basics of. And then, have any of you ever used Microsoft Access? I remember taking a computer literacy course or something like that in undergrad, where I had to use Access for the first time, and it's just like, who uses this? God help me if I ever have to use PowerPoint for anything again. Haven't touched that shit since college. I feel like PowerPoint is kind of like riding a bike. It's not nearly as bad as you think. However, if you had to learn Excel from scratch, that might be difficult. Bro, all I know is Google Slides and Google Docs. Y'all got me lost. I don't think me or Space would ever use Access because we can just use Python and SQL for that stuff. That totally makes sense. I have never had a job that required me to know how to use Access. So, like, it's kind of useless information for me. Coding would be actually kind of interesting for me to pick up. Bomb acquired!
Here we go!
Just seeing Access installed on someone's machine makes me want to grab a baseball bat, right? Like what the hell are you using this for? There's so many programs that I've seen throughout my college career that never get used by anyone else. Like, there was a program called Mind Maps that my pharmacy school tried to make us learn back in 2009. And it was supposed to help people draw maps that are supposed to help you retain information. And we used it for exactly one class, and nobody liked it, and everybody avoided it afterwards. Oh god, mind maps. Like I said, my first job was converting Access programs over to desktop apps, and each Access program was like in its own little bubble that had rules that worked differently from every other program. Yeah. What are mind maps? So, like, you would take an idea for a course, like cooking or like cooking lasagna, and then you would have like all these things branch off from that idea that would go to like boiling the noodles, and then the boiling the noodles would be like water, salt, lasagna noodles, dried noodles versus fresh, and then like it would go to making the pasta sauce, and like it was a web of information that just felt so like not useful to actually learning how to do something. It was, yeah. And people who created those access programs must have gotten bored because they would write stupid fucking algorithms to hack the user interface and make the buttons wobble and shit. It was legitimately painful. It's glorified flowchart, basically. That is stupid, though. Just write it down. Exactly. Like, why wouldn't you, if you were baking lasagna, why wouldn't you just use, like, cookbook format? List of ingredients, directions. Like, it's very simple. Like, you don't need a web of information. Like, you don't need a separate section for, like, baking the lasagna, cooking the noodles, making the sauce, the ingredients you need, like, how to actually prepare it. Like, mind maps almost overcomplicated ideas. It relies too much on handwriting and use of space. I would just use loose leaf and write down my exact recipe there. Exactly. You would write down a recipe, and that would make the most sense to basically any human. Like, oh, Radder says that mind maps is a tool that's supposed to get you to a different place. Not necessarily something to learn a subject, it's to go beyond. Okay, so mind maps is basically, was intended to be a tool that was supposed to take you to the next step. Basically, it's kind of like having an idea board and taking your ideas and expanding upon them so that you could get the aha moment of like, this is what I want to do to take this to the next step. Not necessarily learn an idea, which is how it was touted to us in pharmacy school, which made zero sense in a non-artistic academic setting. In a scientific STEM kind of setting, mind maps literally makes no sense unless you are literally designing a new app, I guess. It makes no sense. Imagine me sitting at someone's desk, staring at a wall of code, trying to decipher the intent of some fucking spaghetti gibberish, only to realize that the entire purpose of that function was to make the text wobble when you mouse over the button. Oh my god. You guys remember this dude? We fucked him up in the first episode. Ooh, save room. Hell yeah, we're making some good progress. But oh well. That sounds almost as bad. But oh well. I haven't heard of it or used it, so I wouldn't know. Is that a React project space? Yeah, beyond my one class in pharmacy school, I never heard of anybody using mind maps. But apparently that's something that Radder is familiar with, so it's clearly a thing that's still being used. It's just not... It really isn't really all that useful in something that has to do with science versus art. Whoop. Still ranting about access programs. Yeah, access is still the program that I have no idea who uses it or why they use it. I feel like everything that I have ever seen, everybody uses Word, Excel, and if there's a presentation, PowerPoint. Like, I have no idea who would actually have any sort of use for access. By the way, Ratter, there's a milk bag that you had in the thing, the warmer that's been blinking. Not sure if you want to use it anymore. Ooh, we're on to the next area. Let's go, boys. Let's fucking do it. Where are we going? To Berenia. So I don't know. I don't think that this is the best Metroid game, but like the gameplay really makes it a lot of fun. I think this game is really in my top 3 2D Metroids, honestly. I like that they took ideas that they had for the Metroid 2 remake and then implemented them here with like the counter and all that. The Metroid 2 remake honestly feels like a prototype for this game. Ugh. Imagine being a bot and watching her go invisible and being like, if I wasn't obligated by code to ignore you, I would have killed you. At least it's not like broken AI to where like if you go invisible, all of this just like literally in front of the robot, it still has like object permanence and is like, well, of course I fucking know you're right there. You just went invisible, so I'm going to attack this spot. Versus like where'd she go kind of mentality. Access was sold as this magic bullet that could make anyone a business app developer. The problem is that it only served to help people who didn't know what they were doing make shitty apps faster. Really? Is that what it, like, originally was, like, touted? Oh, shit. Touted as? Because I learned about Access in undergrad in, like, 2008. I really don't feel like people were making a ton of apps back then. What the hell was it used for? What was its original intention? How did it fit in with, like, the Word document, the presentation app, and the spreadsheet app. What did Access actually do? I do believe this area is where I get the Shine Spark. And if not that, something that makes me run faster. Access was meant to provide a database engine with a programmable GUI interface to develop business apps. So it was just intended to be like something to help develop apps, just like initially. Do people still use it? They don't, right? It's a dead program, right? I feel like I could take that first paragraph and replace the word access with AI and it would still work, basically. It's so gross. Whew. Yo, I know nothing about the 2000s and most 2010s internet, Lamau. AFK watching Python tutorial. Okay. I will tell you, Keyshawn, I was thinking about this the other day about the difference between the internet when Space and I and possibly Leo were kids versus the internet today. And the internet today, if you were to have lived through the time that we did with the internet, you would absolutely be blown away with the differences. If we were to have like the speed and the power that we do now with the internet that we had back then, and like better graphical interfaces and all that, I feel like that would be peak internet. But now you can't go to a website without getting hit with a ton of ads. You don't know what's written by AI and what's real. Most of the internet is generated by not humans, which is a scary thing to think about. And you had things like LimeWire and Kazaa, where you would like download the newest Red Hot Chili Peppers album, and like shit like that was just like everywhere. And messengers like AOL or AIM and MSN Messenger and Yahoo were so much better. Well, okay, not necessarily better than Discord, but they served their functionality in a better way. And also, they didn't hit you with ads about like upgrading and all that. AIM was just AIM. Yeah, the enshittification. Exactly.
The lower levels of Verenia are mostly submerged.
Chill is dreading this map. Toko!
Hello there.
And also, of course, and I can never find this button. How you doing, my guy?
Abilities such as the grapple beam or space jump will help you maneuver underwater to an extent. Find them as soon as possible.
I will. Microsoft Modern equivalent is broken up into several different products like Dataverse, SharePoint, and Power Apps. And they are equally as shit, but astronomically more expensive. And shitification. I hear so much from people way older than me putting the old internet on such a high pedestal. It actually makes me sad I wasn't there to witness what people had nostalgia for. I will say that there is a significant portion of that is nostalgia, but also the fact that you weren't hit with ads left, right, and center, no matter where you clicked, if you had ad block, like whatever. That was why the internet was so much fun. And also, there were tons of message boards, and like whenever there was something posted to a message board, you knew that it was a person behind that message instead of just like an AI program answering a question. And it felt more like a community, good or bad, originally. And now it feels like a network of information that is inundated with advertisement. I had dreams last night. I was watching y'all stream, having chill pill withdrawals. Well, you're here now. I'm playing some Metroid. sit down and enjoy, my friend. There is a certain degree that it is nostalgia, but in all honesty, anybody who has lived through the 90s and 2000s will tell you the internet used to be a lot of fun. Now it's garbage. It's just garbage. And I am about to start utilizing DuckDuckGo more instead of Google whenever I'm looking up stuff, because I realize just how little information, pertinent information, I receive whenever I Google a question anymore versus when I Googled a question in 2003. And that makes me unbelievably upset that I have to scroll down so far to actually find the answer to my question when I Google something now. People would have unique opinions and thoughts that they would share without fear of retribution or people trying to farm them for social media clout. Yeah, and also there was a time where social media wasn't a huge thing. Like, it was little bubbles of message boards and forums that it was basically, to summarize it succinctly, I think it was just kind of like if Reddit were spread out more all over the internet instead of on one message board site. You would have communities that would have similar interests, and that's where you would find all of your information about things. And it was genuinely a, not a more wholesome place, but a more genuine place to be. It's hard to describe what people were like before their opinions were all fed to them by social media giants. There was just so much more diversity of thought. You wouldn't hear the same thing twice. Yeah, and there was a lot of like cringe stuff, like what's it called? Oh, I can't think of the word. Fan fiction. I feel like fan fiction was a lot more rampant back in the day. It's still around today, but I feel like fan fiction and stuff like that was around a lot more in the Wild West times of the internet. But also, like Space said, memes were a thing that people would take and then open up GIMP and make it into their own version. Right. And memes lasted longer than just like a month. Like, you would have Courage Wolf and Fail Penguin and Velociraptor and all that just show up from time to time whenever anybody had a new version of that to share to people, instead of just being like, well, here's the hotness of this month and now it's gone, and anybody who references it now is cringe, kind of shit. Like, our memes had a lasting factor to them that they don't today. In fact, I wouldn't even call the shit that happens today anymore a meme. Like, I feel like actual meme format stuff stopped around 2010, and now it's just like a bunch of, did you see this TikTok, did you watch this YouTube short, did you whatever. Like, there are still meme formats to stuff, but back in the day, they were just the way that you would convey stuff in chat forums. That's the thing, we didn't even have the word cringe. People just said what was on their mind and didn't give a fuck, because nobody was gonna cancel them or make them account for it, right? Fanfiction has gotten hated on so severely, I doubt people actually wanted to do it anymore. Everything today is just mass-produced slop designed to make year-over-year profits for XYZ social media giant. And I feel like the wrong stuff gets memed nowadays. Like, I think we were talking about this last night, but like the Hak Twa girl, back in the day, I feel like Hak Twa would not have actually been discovered or happened with the kind of technology that we had back in the day, and B, wouldn't necessarily fit a format of meme. It would just fit the format of viral video. That's the thing that we had, was viral videos, not TikToks where it was like bite-sized information, and like that's it. It was different. It was way different. Hak Twa? It's Hak Twa. Spit on that thing. I hate Hak Twa. Hak Twa should have never been an actual meme. Should have never actually made as big of a splash as it did. It was some girl talking about how to give a good blowjob, and like the fact that it blew up as much as it did gives you an idea of how much brain rot has infiltrated society. But even that is old and cringe by today's meme standards. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like I was saying, memes had lasting power back in the day. Now, memes die pretty much as soon as they're born. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's honestly upsetting to see... not upsetting, but really telling of this generation versus previous generations. Because it just goes to show how little attention span people have for shit anymore. Like, if things die so quickly as soon as they're born, like, it baffles. It baffles the mind when you've seen things like Advice Dog, Courage Wolf, Fail Penguin last for like a decade. Phase shift. But even that is old. Yeah. What is phase shift again? Hold A to prepare phase shift, then tilt left forward or backward instantly in that direction. Oh, sweet. So now I can do this. Awesome. Let us go save, because that is a huge step forward. Look at me make progress while we're just talking about stupid shit like memes. It's like I'm a streamer or something. My mind is so brain rot, I thought the giant statue was a YouTube vid clickbait. It would be fun to see modern day Redditors go back in time and try to get involved in some 4chan community. Oh, right? Back in the day, 4chan, like, would chew you up and spit you out. 4chan still hates Reddit, but back in the day, like, you were either Team Reddit, which was seen as a castrated version of 4chan, or you were Team 4chan, which was seen as a extreme version of Reddit that would try to destroy people's lives and be edgy as shit. You know, I feel like the odd one out, wanting to actually praise the modern internet. I agree with so much of this, and yet I still want to praise it. The internet has done a lot of good, just... It's up to you if it wants to outweigh the bad. You know, the point back and surprise face. Oh, point back and surprise face. Oh, the Wojak thing. There are things that the modern internet has done that is good, Keyshawn. Absolutely. Just saying that there's a lot of stuff about the old internet, the old ways that felt more genuine. It's not sleek, it's not new, Every new generation has their own positive contribution, for sure. But, like, the old internet was significantly different than the new internet. And unfortunately, there is no going back. And the one thing that really, in my opinion, changes everything, Jesus, that makes the old internet feel superior to the new internet is corporate America getting their claws dug in and putting advertisements in everything. Every single thing. I try to read an article about the latest stupid thing that Trump has said, and I get hit with ads for fucking Toyota trucks and shit like that. And it's like, this isn't even stuff that I care about. This isn't even stuff that I've talked about to where the Google algorithm would be like, oh, well, he's been talking about this offline, quote unquote, and we've been hearing it, so we're going to give him advertisements for it. And it's just a bunch of shit like that. And I have to X out of this, X out of that, and whenever you try to, and sometimes they will do the shitty thing of like, you think you're Xing out, but you're actually interacting with the ad instead of Xing out of it thing, and then it opens up another tab, and now that adds to the algorithm. Like, that's the enshittification of the internet. I don't care about AI doing what it's doing. I really don't fucking care. It's the advertisements and how they trick you into interacting with it to where you get more advertisements. It's gross. Also, just go back and watch Game Grumps from JonTron days, and you will be amazed at the shit they used to say and how many unapproved words they used. People really cannot comprehend how much freedom of expression has been lost in the past 20 years. I never browsed the web without uBlock Origin. It's astounding how much different society is now versus how it was even like 5 years ago. While I agree that it's ridiculous that there were things that whatever. There are things that were said back in the day that I don't necessarily agree with today, and even back in the day they felt like they were said for shock value. But also, to Space's point, people get quote-unquote canceled so readily on the internet. Even if it's something mundane that they said back in like the 2000s when they were a stand-up comedian or something like that, people will dig that shit up and be like, look what Jack Black said in one of his songs back in 2003. Look at what Kevin Hart said in one of his stand-up routines back in 2012. And they have all that information just ready to go. And because of that, people are like, well, I no longer like this person. And in some cases, it's good. Like, for example, people bringing to light the bullshit that P. Diddy has done. And people bringing to light the bullshit that people like Ellen DeGeneres have done. Like, there's some good to it. But also, it's very frightening because who we were 20 years ago is not who we are today. We grow as people, but because the internet is able to just dig up that shit with a simple Google search, is really frustrating. It's not just different. Society is micromanaged by thought leaders to an extent that it's genuinely rare to hear someone express an original thought. You had the incorrect opinion. You must be purged from the system. Twitter does this to a person. I feel like a lot of this is influenced by the negativity being pushed on the internet. I know it's the edge case, but just look at Alex Jones getting personally sued for $1 billion over 22 minutes out of hundreds of hours of BS. Yeah, his whatever discussions with the shooting, the school shooting, got him sued for billions of dollars. While I don't agree with what he was talking about at all, that's a very good point. Is like, well, shit. This thing that you said years ago is now being brought to light again, and you just get completely fucked. Shouldn't have said it in the first place, honestly, but yeah, we just have a record of you saying this shit, and we're gonna cancel you. And I don't know. Alex Jones is a pretty shit person, so I don't really care if he gets fucked sideways. But that's just an example, you know. As much as I think Alex Jones brought that shit on himself, it's also a sign that people are so conditioned to just adopt the expressed opinions of the selected thought leader. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's I don't think anybody would agree with what he had to say about Sandy Hook, but at the same time, I feel like if he were to say the things that he did about that shooting in the 90s, and he was not like a figure in the forefront in the 2010s, I feel like he would have gotten away with just being a shit person. But yeah, that's exactly right. Like, he is a shit person, and because we have record, now this is just what happens now, you know? And I really don't want that to come across as I'm a Alex Jones apologist, because I really am not. I think he is one of the people that proves that the media nowadays will just say whatever outlandish shit they need to get the people to vote for their people. And it's disgusting. But yeah, like, that's exactly right. Even though he apologized, they went to silence him from being able to build any platform again. Def don't agree with 95% of what he says, especially about how the water is turning frogs gay. Whether it's Asmongold or Destiny or Vaush or whoever, you can guarantee that whatever they say, a million people will adopt their opinion tomorrow. See, that's the thing, though. Like, the popular opinion of today is not necessarily the popular opinion of tomorrow. So, even though people agree with somebody's opinion today, does not mean that they will agree with it in 20 years. But since it was said on the internet, and the internet is forever, it is forever, people. If you say anything on the internet, there is a record of it, which... You know, whatever about these streams. I'm not going to be running for any government office, but also if Matt Gaetz can party with high schoolers, then I can say fucked up shit about Samus Aran. Like, there is a record of it that will not go away, and it'll just become easier and easier to search that information as time goes on. These Alex Jones was right memes are getting ridiculous, though. But what if they're right? I feel like it doesn't just mean people are wrong for saying it. See, that's the thing, though, Keyshawn. Right is determined by the majority of society. Even though there are people that have had opinions that later on were considered to be the right opinion, or should have been considered right at the time, it doesn't matter if the vocal majority say that it is wrong. It will just be considered incorrect, and people get canceled. They will never get the chance to have any other opinion, because the opinion that they had at the time is now considered wrong. And that is the problem with cancel culture, is it silences individuals from ever having another unique thought. There are people that probably shouldn't go on to have their own personal thoughts, like that one black governor or whatever that Trump said was Martin Luther King on steroids. They should never be given a second chance because their opinions are so incredibly insane that it's upsetting. But you have somebody... shit. You have somebody come along with an opinion about something and they post a tweet about it and they're just gone forever. That's a relatively new phenomenon. That's not something that's been around forever, but if you don't have any other reference with the internet, that'll seem normal to you. There are people that deserve to be canceled, like Bill Cosby or whatever, but then there are some people that probably don't deserve to be canceled, just ignored for their opinions. And I feel like the internet has a hard time discerning between the two because it's just so hyperbolic. Everybody is Hitler, everybody is the worst thing ever. And there's just no nuance. There's no nuance, and because of that, you say one thing in 2024 on Twitter, and in 2030 you're canceled. That's it. It's not that people are right or wrong for saying it, it's that we pretend there is an objective rule set for what opinions are correct opinions to have. And these fucking isn't. Sorry, let me rephrase. What if I agree? I should be able to tout that opinion as much as I feel, as long as it doesn't get too excessive or in the way. I think the problem is mainly with people who will take action on someone else's opinion. People have lost all semblance of individualism. Wait, Bill Cosby wasn't canceled. He was indicted. There's a huge difference. Okay, yeah. But to your point, Keyshawn, there's another aspect to this that is deeply concerning for just the every person, and that's employment. If you had some sort of controversial opinion about something on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, and somebody could just search it up via just like a really simple Google search, it makes things like job interviews and whatever significantly harder to land a job because people find your history. That was the thing that my dad tried to tell me back in the day, and while I still don't fully think that he understood how the internet works, he was right. He taught me that the internet is a forever space, and he's absolutely right. What you say can be searched by anybody on the internet if you know exactly how to do it. And people in HR and people in job hiring positions know exactly the phrases to look for and how to find you on the internet. And that's really problematic because you think of the internet as being a space for free speech, which it supposedly is, but when people can use that free speech against you to decide whether or not you deserve a job, that gets very upsetting and, again, problematic. The internet is forever space. It is not a forever toko. It is a forever space. It is not a forever toko. Sag. This is the problem. People want to pretend that someone saying something that can be perceived as sexist or racist is the same thing as assault or some serious crime. I actually do believe that people defend being unreasonably violent as putting someone accountable. Cancel culture doesn't get nearly as much attention anymore, and that's good, but there's going to be a part 2. Yeah, cancel culture is arguably as destructive as the actual things that they're trying to cancel, because they are destroying a person's life and their well-being. Now, it all depends on what kind of situation and what kind of person they're trying to cancel, of course, but the fact that the internet is able to just fuck up somebody's forever because they said something against a certain person 20 years ago on social media, it's upsetting. First of all, they shouldn't have said the thing, but second of all, like I said earlier, they were a different person back then. They may not... Like, 20 years ago, I considered myself Republican and right-wing because that's what my parents told me I am. After college and everything, I do not think that I am nearly as right-wing as I am left-wing. And so I have clearly grown as a person in the last 2 decades. But if I were to have posted something that was seen as, like, right-wing extremist back in the day, people would cancel me by today's standards. And chill, when it comes to people looking for things you said, just look at this new AI shit built into Windows 11 devices, the ads they run for that shit. They'll show somebody asking the AI, like, what's the recipe for my grandma's birthday cake? And then the AI goes and finds that information. And is just what they advertise. Like a selling point that the AI can look up information about other people for you. A difference between being just really mean and being reasonably upset over something. I've heard someone something really offensive get damn near deplatformed for doing that. People don't... Yeah, I see where you're going with this. And yeah, people losing their platform over somebody getting offended by something that they said a while ago is not excusable, but it is very common. Now, if they legitimately deserve it, that's one thing. But if they just said a thing that people don't agree with anymore, forever ago, like, calm down. Oh, and Space, I realize that I have something here that might interest you. Speaking of people getting canceled, I completely forgot that I had this thing. Hold on. I completely forgot that I had this. The Completionist 10-year anniversary. Oh. And it comes with a coin. Sticker book. Or sticker page. And a signed 10-year anniversary certificate of authenticity. By Gerard Khalil himself. Gerard Dragon Rider Khalil himself. And it's just a bunch of fan art of the Completionist. Yeah. This came out many years before all the shit that went down. with a foreword from his co-YouTuber Satchbags. And then Frank Cifaldi and Kelsey Lewin, the Video Game History Foundation co-directors. Let's read these forewords and see how biting some of this is. It was only a decade or so ago when the internet last felt like a Wild West in terms of discoverability. The majority of internet activity today is sequestered almost exclusively amongst social platforms with hyper-optimized algorithms that bring people's interests and communities to them. You're not a great platform if you can't. When that one video gamer first found its way online, organic growth was in most cases the sole means of more like-minded people finding each other. This organic growth harnessed a tightly knitted group of people and left an incomparable patina on TOVG's creators, managers, culture, and community that words fail to fully describe. Many creators, justifiably, start making a stream of work without knowing their goal or what they plan on harvesting if a group of people show up. From the beginning, however, Gerard's goal was clear: inviting people into the understanding that anyone can be that one video gamer. Anyone can conquer the challenges of any game like the completionist. Freely express what they love and hate about any game like Top 10's Hang and Be Perfect Richard like Super Beard Bros. And even contribute creatively and expressing their love of games like myself and so many others. Over the past 10 years, That One Video Gamer has become a communal effort across all these platforms, or all these projects, to celebrate video games and the place they have in all our lives. Everybody in, nobody out. Remember that organic growth I mentioned? The glue that held this all together from top to bottom was unfettered positivity. TOVG has always centered on celebrating games, literally. Cynical, hypercritical commentary tends to perform best online because it capitalizes on our magnetization towards the dramatic and negative. TOVG has always skirted this method in favor of fostering a positive environment that focuses on what brings us all together. Shows like Defend It emphasize the value placed on celebrating the breadth of perspective our community truly has. The payoff of this commitment 10 years later has been worth it. Gerard asked me not to go beyond 400 words, but I have a story he wouldn't tell. We met for the first time at a game convention in Dallas after about a year of working together. I was at that game convention. That was Screw Attack Game Convention 2013. I have photographic evidence. The first thing I immediately observed about him was that he naturally invested in deep friendships with people in our community. His creative partners and friends, much like myself, started as people who just loved his show. Gerard was at this convention to work multiple panels, and many of the people in the community who he'd be meeting in person for the first time had gaming competitions they'd be entering on their own time. Gerard not only made sure to go out and support everyone, but also rallied the people around him to follow suit. In his words, "I know everyone's busy this weekend, but it would be awesome if we all showed up for each other." That night in my hotel room, I truly took to heart the kind of community to which I belonged. 10 years later, I preserved my strongest friendships with these people, and it's a litmus test for what TOVG is doing internally with their creative team, and externally with the causes we stand for. I'm proud of who we are, but I'm even more proud of the fact that our foundation was built upon the fact that we all found each other and boosted the signal for others to take part in celebrating games that bring us joy. Satchel Drakes. Yep. I just thought you would find that interesting. Hey, this video has had 0 likes. What the fuck? Cool, chill. It got so many likes that it rolled over. Oh, this guy. If there's an ad in there for donating to cancer research, don't fall for it. How well did it age? Like fine milk. I tuned out. I don't really see why I should hear him speak about nobody in, nobody out when he kept his charity profit in and left the cancer patients out. I remember Screw Attack. Death Battle! Death Battle is still around, but it's like its own channel and it's a ghost of its former self. Screw Attack Live was what got me into game streams. Bro, this is the same guy who didn't show up for the hospitals he was supposed to donate to. Cool, chill. Thanks for sharing. Was reminding me of the 2010s. It was a good time, to be fair. It was a fun time indeed, but yeah. It is very much a product of its time. Hey, chill, did you hear about Death Battle going indie? No. I did not. Hold up. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Give me just 1 second.